users that would have been different: Takamaru, Prince Sable, and Samurai Goro. Samurai Goro is like this big, hefty sword user that's basically like a samurai. He would use his bounty hunter, like his, well, he's not a bounty hunter, like his various techniques, like he's kind of a cheater to use like as his style. On top of the fact that he's like a heavier guy that could use a samurai sword. You look at Takamaru, oh, it's a samurai that could use all the like the throwing stars and all the other stuff samurais use. We don't have a single sword user in the game. And when it comes to Prince Sable, he can turn into a frog. He can turn into a snake. He can use his RPG magic. He has his on top of his sword. I named right there so many different sword users that people like could have been possible choices, even if they're now assist trophies or popular or requested or possible choices to be included in the game or so on and so forth. And many people can name more than just that. Are there too many sword users? No, because there's so many other characters that use swords in Nintendo franchises and Nintendo games that are popular requested characters that have history, that are requested, that are there, that are possible choices to be included as newcomers in the game, and still makes sense to add that Nintendo history to represent Nintendo when you want to represent their franchises and those characters. Like we have a good amount of sword users, but we could have more. And here's the biggest sword user that a lot of people, I just forgot to mention that people would ask for. Shulk from Xenoblade Chronicles. He's not in this picture, but I just forgot about that. He's from a new Nintendo franchise. Monolith Soft was recently bought by Nintendo. They're making Xenoblade Chronicles X on the Wii U. They made Xenoblade Chronicles on the Wii. They helped with Raw. They seem to be a very popular company. Like people like the game Xenoblade Chronicles was literally requested for by Operation Rainfall to get in the game. And like Shulk is one of the most requested, hyped up characters to be in the game, and he's probably the most possible character choices to be in the game because he fits into the category of a Lucina or a Rosalina or a Little Mac or Greninja or whatnot, Villager, Wii Fit Trainer, a character that's within the Wii DS Indoor 3DS that's actually popular, requested, recent, and is still around and represents new Nintendo. What does he wield? He wields the Monado, which is a sword, but it's not like Link's Master Sword. It's not like the Falchion from Marth and Lucina. It's not like Meta Knight's sword. It's not like Robin's sword. It's a different type of sword. It's a futuristic, godlike sword that has its own powers, where Shulk can use the arts and be different and use that as his strategy and be defensive and whatnot to actually fight in the game. That's a different type of sword user. It's not like what we have. It's unique. I think the main reason why people complain that there's too many sword users is because they feel like they're all the same or they can't be that much different. And yes, people, they can. I know there are some similarities. We have Toon Link and we have Lucina, who are essentially clones of Link and Marth. But that's not the majority. That's only partial. It's so much different. You can't say that Aaron would fight like Shulk, or Shulk would fight like Zale, or Zale would fight like Lucina, or Lucina would fight like Robin, or Robin would fight like Meta Knight, or Meta Knight would fight like Toon Link, or whatever. Because they don't. There are some differences, which you can say the same about hand and feet users, but yet not many people complain about something like that. So, it's like, people, I understand that maybe you don't want more sword users, maybe you're not a fan of swords, but at the same time, sword users are actually a popular type of character in Nintendo games. If you really haven't noticed, there's a lot of Nintendo characters that use swords or use a sword-like weapon. There's another one that was an assist trophy that makes sense. Magnus. He uses like a big giant club-like sword. He would have been different. He wouldn't have been like Pit. He wouldn't have been like Ike. He wouldn't have been like Shulk or Lucina or Robin or Matthew or Isajo, Kachi, Isaac, or any of those characters. Sword users can be as unique and different as any other character. And there's a lot of them throughout Nintendo history. There's a lot of them throughout Nintendo games, especially nowadays when I can name at least 15 or well, I won't say 15, 10 or so more sword users that either made sense but are now assist trophies, or still make sense, or still are possible, or still requested, or still demanded, or still wanted for Smash Brothers. Just as much as hand and feet users, which they can be unique and different too, but yet you don't really see people complain about something like that. I don't know. There's just something there, like this stereotype that sword users are automatically going to be the same, and it's not really, fitting when a lot of these characters fight so differently from each other. But that's basically my opinion. Are there too many sword users? No. I could, if it was up to me, I would add 5 or 6 more sword users to the Smash Bros. 4 roster because they're so different. They're so unique. They're so adding. Because some of them, some sword users people, are not even strictly sword users. They're not even mainly sword users. They just use a sword and have other stuff as part of their moves. So yeah, like my opinion, I don't think there's too many sword users. I think there can be a few more, and that they can be unique and different as much as any other character that has been included on the roster or could possibly be included on the roster. And that's about it. So what are you guys' thoughts? Do you guys think there are too many sword users? What sword users would you still like to see in Super Smash Bros. 4 or just the Smash Bros. Series in general going into the future? Put in the comment section what you think. Put do you think there's too many or do you not? And if you have any sword users in mind, put those characters in the comment section too, because I would like to see what characters I missed and what characters you guys would like to see. My name is Sniping is Fun. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys like this video. Please subscribe if you want to. Have a nice day, and I can't wait to see your comments because I want to see what the Smash Brothers community has got to say. See you guys later.